Well, folks, that's 2 weeks in a row. We've seen two very close games between the All Blacks and the Springboks. This time it's the Springboks who get it done at the death, 31 points to 29. Any All Blacks hopes of getting a sweep in the Tri-Nations Rugby Championship are done and dusted. Forgive me, it's after 1 in the morning. The Springboks' potential to go 4 losses on the bounce is also done. They've managed to arrest that drop with a really good win. So yeah, man, absolutely cracking game. Like, it's 1 o'clock in the morning and I'm still on the edge of my seat. So we'll go through some of the key events, the stats, and you guys can let me know your thoughts on how this one went. You knew stuff meant a lot, especially because the All Blacks started the game with Kapua Bongo, not Kamate. So the haka that they save usually for the big occasions, I guess. I thought they were just going to do Kamate. That last week's 100th game would have been the Kapua Pongo one, but maybe because they were going for the sweep, this is the game that they really wanted to do to get a good result and to clinch the win. But interestingly, like after a kind of few tentative moments, like Geordie Barrett kind of falling heavily and South African Maul looking pretty dangerous. It was Pollard that missed a penalty early, and his kicking boots have been a little bit off just in recent times. Yeah, and he would get kind of replaced with the kicking duties a wee bit later. He did kick a few. He missed the first one, which was unfortunate for them. But they were kind of made up for it with a wee bit of magic, man. Oh my goodness, the hands from Lucanio, unbelievable. Interestingly, it's from turnover ball. The All Blacks, Savia, who wins a couple of turnovers in this game, on defence, the All Blacks kind of look to scramble and maybe hit the Springboks on the bounce, as they're so good at doing. But then there's loose ball, and the Springboks are the ones who pounce on it. Nkosi gets the ball from Lucanio, who just throws it one-handed behind his back. And then Nkosi passes it on to Delende, who goes over for the first try of the game. Like, honestly, the conversion hits the post, so it's a second missed kick, but the magic of that try to start the game was absolutely phenomenal. The All Blacks did, though, kick a penalty in reply to make it 5 points to 3. Kind of tit for tat, though. The All Blacks conceded a penalty, which made it 8 points to 3. The Springboks back in front. LaRue, who had a few kind of mishaps in this game, only played half the game. He kind of messes up a restart, and the All Blacks go for a cross kick immediately. Beauden Barrett to Sevu Reece. He manages to go for another bit of magic try, man. Yeah, what can you say? It was Dwayne Vermeulen tried to tackle him under touch, but the TMO had a look and said that Sevu got the job done. The All Blacks missed that conversion as well, so 8 points apiece, all locked up early. Mbonambi had a big run. Again, All Blacks loose line-out ball. Their line-out was really struggling, and Mbonambi was like a bulldozer going through All Blacks tacklers. Bodie tried to get him down as best he could, and Mbonambi slammed the ball down, but just short of the lines. That was ruled a knock-on. Kind of missed opportunity, that one, but a hell of a bit of play. Just all from the All Blacks line-out, though, which was kind of disappointing. South Africa got a penalty when the All Blacks were offside, so it made it 11 points to 8. The South African water boy got told off. Don't know what he was saying. He was in the ear of one of the assistant referees, and the referee came over and gave him a big telling off, which is something you don't see very often. But yeah, I guess he was... I don't know who the guy was, but yeah, he kept his mouth shut after that, apparently. Adi Savia, again, 1 in the morning, from a line-out move, got a heck of a try again. It's the All Blacks. It's Beauden Barrett from the line-out move, who gets the line break, offloads it to Rico Ioane, who beats LaRue again, who I mentioned had a couple of mishaps, including the ball hitting his bloody head later on. But yeah, Rico beats LaRue, and then he offloads to Savia, who dives over for a try. It's another proper bit of magic, man. There's some really good tries in this game. 15 points to 11. The All Blacks go in front. Nkosi puts a hell of a try-saving tackle in on ALB on the left wing. That one was from a huge Geordie Barrett kick return, where he was just like, from the moment he got it, I'm not passing this, I'm just going to truck it up, and he beats numerous defenders. So it was a good try-save. And you're thinking, man, that if the All Blacks had got that try, they might have been going to run away with this game, but they still did get a try. through Brad Weber only a minute later, because the line out on the 5 metre line from the Springboks try line is stolen by Scott Barrett. Brad Weber is the quickest to react. It looked like it might have bounced off Joe Moody, but the ref doesn't see anything. TMO, I'm assuming, has a look at it and says it's all good, so they didn't mention it in the comms or anything, but hell of a reaction from Brad Weber, and he kind of just, what can you say, fast reaction times from him. So yeah, they missed the conversion. It's 20 points to 11. Interestingly, the Springboks front row gets replaced on like 38 minutes, so it must have been part of the plan, because they were kind of going high intensity. Mbonambe only played like 38 minutes, but he was one of the Springboks' highest tacklers, and the Springboks got a penalty right before halftime to make it 20 points to 14. So still very much game on at halftime, but it had been really high intensity, possession and territory. Well, the possession's close, 49-51, but the territory is 63-37 to the Springboks. They've been controlling that well. They've had more run meters, 220 to 201. They've had fewer kicks from hand. The All Blacks have kicked it more than the Springboks, but the Springboks tackling percentage is still low, 79% to the All Blacks 90, but only 6 points in it on the board. As I mentioned, Stain comes on in the second half. He replaces LaRue, and he had a hell of a role to play as well. With that big boot of his, he makes it almost dangerous to kick it to the Springboks half, because he can hit you with a 50-22. But he does get one a little bit later. Pollard kicks a penalty before that, though, to make it 17 points to 20. Stain gets the 50-22 on like 51 minutes. He'd tried a couple already in the first half before that. I think LaRue had maybe tried one earlier in the game, but they'd passed it back into their own half, so it didn't count. I think that was the plan, but obviously it's just like a 22. Can't kick it out from your own 22 on the full if you've passed it back into the 22. Same deal with the 50-22. So Stain doesn't need to have it passed back to him. He's just got that cannon boot. But they didn't manage to convert from that one, because Adi Savia kind of got them out of jail on that one. But Mapimpi did the reverse for the Boks. He managed to get the Springboks out of jail when he went for an intercept when the All Blacks had a big overlap. Kind of good awareness from him to shoot out of the line. Stopped maybe a certain drive for the, well, not a certain drive, but a certain breakout from the All Blacks anyway. And then he's the one who gets the next try. Kind of good reward from him. The Boks, they're able to put the All Blacks under a bit of pressure. They get the ball out wide. And Elton Yankees is the guy who gets the try assist. Nice hands from him. He's come on as well. And good try assist. And it's 22 points to 20. They missed the conversion again. I think that's Pollard's last kick. From there on, they give the kicking duties to Elton. He does get a penalty out in front, does Elton, and the penalty count is starting to mount at that stage for the All Blacks. They're under the pump a wee bit. It's 25 points to 20. And then the All Blacks are kind of making themselves lives a bit hard. Like Beauden Barrett does a cross kick and it just goes out. Kind of execution not quite there at that stage. The AB's turned down a 3. Relatively a pretty kickable one for Jordie Barrett, who's been pretty good kicking form. And Almua's on at this stage. He throws the ball straight to Kitsoff. So it's another, as an All Blacks fan, man, I'm shaking my head. Well, the execution here is poor. They switch tack though on 67, which I'm kind of relieved by at that point, because the All Blacks, it's a tight battle, man. You don't need to be chasing bloody bonus points or whatever the hell you're doing. Just back your guy with your big boot. Jordie Barrett, he kicks it, so it's 25 points to 23. Franz Stain got penalised for a late hit on Jordie Barrett, which was kind of harsh because he can't really stop his run from charging him down. The ref said it was just a penalty only, which I guess is fair. Seemed a bit tough. But then Damon Delendi got pretty lucky when he went for an intercept one-handed and just knocked it on. The All Blacks had an overlap. Like in other games, this very series, that's been a yellow card, so I thought that was kind of a bit lucky. But then Franz Stain gets penalised later on for not rolling away on a tackle on Damien McKenzie, where he actually strips the ball in the tackle. So the decision's kind of swings and roundabouts, I suppose. But there's some proper handbags on 73 minutes. Like I mentioned, Stain gets penalised for that tackle on D-Mac, or not rolling away on D-Mac, and then the All Blacks go in front, 26 points to 25. Elton Yankees goes down the other end and kicks a bloody drop goal, 28-26. And then Geordie Barrett, who's kind of the king of restarts in this game, and the South Africans didn't have an answer for it. How many restarts did Geordie Barrett win? He manages to win the restart, South Africa concede a penalty, and the All Blacks go back in front 29-28 with only a few minutes to go. It's kind of bonkers stuff. The restart doesn't go 10. I'm thinking, Elton, you've gone from the clutch guy to the choking guy that I'm used to seeing, but I spoke too soon, man. The dude gets a try assist, as I said before, and he kicks his drop goal, he kicks a couple of penalties. So apart from that mistake, Elton added a lot of value to the Springboks in this one. Dwayne Vermeulen, though, wins a breakdown penalty with like 30 seconds to go. It's bonkers. Like, he won how many? I counted, he won at least 2. Sia won 1, Kwaka won 1, Marks won 1. I think Bauer and Artie won a couple each as well. Or Bauer at least one, maybe Artie a couple. But yeah, Dwayne Vermeulen gets the most important one of the game, as the All Blacks only need to run the clock down from the scrum on halfway. A couple of phases. Vermeulen gets the penalty. It's in the South African half. I think Frans Steyn maybe had a look at the post and was like, no, we better kick for touch. They kick for touch. They go through a few phases from the line out the maul, and the ABs are offside. Elton straight out in front. Clock's in the red, and 31 points to 29. Man, crazy finish. How many times did the lead change? Like 6 or 7? I don't know. I lost count. It's 1 in the morning, man. Need to go to bed, but whew, what a game. I'm sad my All Blacks lost, but if you're going to lose a game, you might as well lose it in a game like that, which is proper, high skill tries, big turnovers, key big tackles, interceptions and whatnot, like crazy stuff. Possession and territory, it finishes 52-48 and 57-43, both in favour of the Boks. Run meters 378 to 312 in favour of the Boks. Kicks from hand is 27-28. The All Blacks haven't won more. So fewer kicks, I think, this game than we had last week. The incessant kicking that we saw last week was kind of much reduced. The All Blacks line out 11 from 14, still not great. A few key ones kind of slipping by. I mean, the Boks one wasn't perfect. They lost a couple, but they had more lineouts overall, so their overall percentage is higher. Penalties conceded 12-14. The All Blacks a couple more, so almost evens out across the course of the game. All Blacks tackle 91%, the Boks 84%. So both decent numbers. The All Blacks won a fair 91% is pretty good, but they conceded 6 penalties and a droppie. The droppie was with advantage, to be fair, so... Kwaka Smith, 43 run meters. Damon Delende, 2 clean breaks. Out in Yankees, a try assist, 2 penalties, and a drop goal. Yeah, man. Dwayne Vermeulen, 11 from 12 tackles. Some really key performers from some big players for South Africa. Geordie Barrett continues to impress, though, man. A clean break, 4 defenders beaten. Artie Savia, I mentioned a couple of turnovers, 11 from 11 tackles. Frans Steyn with those kick returns. Moonga came on, didn't really get a chance to make his mark on the game, but Bodie had one of his better games, I thought, although, without that kind of, error cross kick, he was sharp, but crazy game, folks. Crazy game. So the All Blacks dropped that one game. They won't get the sweep. They won't be happy about that, but they still win the Rugby Championship, so it's kind of a bittersweet one. And the flip side for the South Africans, it's kind of been a pretty poor tournament overall, but you get to finish with this nice kind of consolation victory, so you can still hold your heads high and say that you knocked off the All Blacks, #1 team in the world. So there you go, folks. I am about to head for bed, but I hope you guys enjoyed the game. If you haven't seen it, I urge you to watch it in full or in highlights or whatever you like, because it was one of the better games you will see in 2021. So you guys take care. Let me know your thoughts, and I will talk to you guys again soon. See you later.